Man, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Zay, back with another video. As y'all can see, you're out here in nature, man. Y'all know this is my spot, bro. Y'all see multiple videos being filmed up here is because, hey, I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing. But listen, y'all, this is one of the hugest things that, I always wanted to talk about. But, I know people only understand from their level of perception, which is cool, but I'm gonna just make a video about it just to clear up the room and clear up the air. But listen, I'm not religious, man, and it's just, this topic is just so vague, man. It's so like, people like, dang, why you not religious? Why you don't believe in this? Now, I'm not gonna say I don't believe in the Bible or anything, but I always knew as a kid, when I went to church, something was just off, and the knowledge I'm learning now and that I will be bringing in the future months, in the future weeks on the channel, you'll understand why. But I'm not religious because it's under, you guys, I'm not gonna say, I don't like to put people in a category like Christians and all these different people that believe in the Bible or whatever. But I believe that we just connected to some source that's not man or woman. And I know in the Bible they express people being like human, and I know touch base that everything around us is energy, and God is within us. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no heaven or hell reality, because that's what you're creating in this reality. Your thoughts is creating reality. So obviously, if you're negative, if you're mean to someone, or you harm anyone, that's a hell reality, because at that time you will only be experiencing negative things. What goes around comes around. I know you guys heard that slang before. So within, so without, above, so below, yin yang, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not religious, man. It's because they are controlling us to put our all faith in one book, one Bible. I just never understood that as a kid. Like, why would they give us the secrets to the universe or to God if their whole plan is just to masquerade us and to basically take us off our path, to make us not have an open consciousness to where we know who we are? Why would they just give us a book that just lays out everything about the world? And how does everything in the world fit in one book? It just doesn't make any sense, right? I hear people say, oh, but the Bible is the best book. Now, I'm not downplaying nobody who believe in the Bible. Yes, to somewhat, yes, it is true. Jesus, Yeshua, I believe he was a real person, most definitely. But what are they saying in the Bible is completely, it's just disoriented, It's not as you seem. And I'll be making some videos about this, so it will be making sense. But some things in the Bible, it just doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't apply to who we actually are and the evil that's being done in the Bible. Take some time to just go to, I'll be putting the I guess the phrases of the Bible, like I'll be putting them right here. The different chapters you guys can read to show that there was evil in the Bible, and I don't even think it was done by actual God, Or I'm gonna reverse that. I'm gonna say it was done by God, and the devil didn't even really do any evil. Now you like, Zay, you talking crazy? No, I'm not talking crazy. Y'all gotta read the book. The New Testament, the Old Testament, nothing really changed. A lot of people are like, oh, bro, it's the New Testament. Like, God said we're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, false. That's what they told us. That's what they educated us to do and programmed us to do. Y'all really got to, it's really something that y'all got to go within. Stop oh, my grandparents said this about the Bible, my mom said this. No, that's not how it goes. I'm gonna be real with you, you know. Ignorance is bliss, man. And a lot of people don't like to discover the truth because they know it's more work they gotta do. It's more inner work, shadow work, that they were lied to, that they gotta accept the reality of who they actually are, not the fake person they were masquerading to be. You know what I'm saying? Take off that ego mask, man. Open up your consciousness. Know that we are one. This is not we are not fighting battles versus Christian and people, religious versus spiritual people. We all spiritual beings having a temporary human experience in this lifetime. You have to understand that, you know, when you really connected, when you really with one, you know, living in the present, you understand that the things that they tell us is mostly lies, and it's all to confuse us, all to take us off our path, to not know this certain knowledge, because they know if we obtain this certain knowledge, obviously we could take the world back. The world will be vibrating. We will understand that we don't need fashion anymore, and we don't need these materialistic objects like chains and cars and nice houses. We'll be grateful for living in a tent. And they know that this is all a program. It's all a video game. You know what the crazy thing is? They display what they're gonna do before they do it, called karmic retribution. They gotta do it because it makes them seem when they do karmic retribution that no karma can come back on them, because they are telling us what they're doing before they're doing it in plain sight. And we are agreeing to follow it. We are agreeing to abide by the rules. So there is no karma in what they're doing. Oh, they're gonna get karma for what they know they're not, because we're following what they're telling us to. Do we have to? No. You know, so I just encourage you to look into the Bible more. You know, don't just see it from a one-way narrative. Like, release your ego and understand that it goes deeper than this. It's not just, the elites know this. They know that they're controlling us with ancient information, like the pyramids. And man, I'm learning so much right now, and I'm just blessed to know that this knowledge is coming to me, and I'm gonna be grateful enough to share this knowledge with you guys in a few weeks and months. As I learn more, I will be tapping in more and explaining more and how this all makes sense. It's all science. You know, we're living in everything around us is science. Everything around us is energy. You know, atoms. You know, so it's like they know this, and they know how to manipulate us. They know how to put us in a mindset where we don't question. You know, in the Bible it says, well, people be like, oh, they say don't question God. Where does it say that in the Bible? Where does it say that? If you find it, let me know. If you find that, let me know that God said don't question. You know, the whole thing is to be curious. Why not be curious of who you are and the nature you suppress? Or you around? You suppress yourself by not asking questions. You know, because how are you supposed to evolve if you think you know what you know that could be wrong? You know, some people be thinking that they have their higher self leading them, but really it's ego. You know, and once you have the death of the ego and you tune into your present self, your authentic self, then you understand that everything around you is a facade. You know, that's just the way the world is ran, bro. 100 families is ruling over 8 billion people. Think about that. 100 families is ruling over 8 billion people. Psst, crazy. We gotta wake up. We gotta understand that what they fed to us was a lie. We gotta be able to accept it and say, oh yeah, like maybe my grandparents was wrong. Like maybe they painted half the picture or recorded the picture, but they didn't paint the full picture. Maybe I gotta go within, and maybe I have to look at this for myself and to question to see if it's right or if it's wrong. You know, instead of just being like, oh, it's right because they told me this, and I'm not gonna say that they wrong because, you know, say I'm more connected to them, I love them. No, sometimes you gotta tell your family like, hey, you was right about this, but the more I got into it, they lied about this. You know what I'm saying? The whole goal is just to, every lifetime, just consciously advance and get better. It's not huge steps we're taking. We are infinite. We keep reincarnating. The whole point is to not reincarnate. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to master this life, this realm, this 3D perception. That way you don't have to come back to this reality. That way you can act as a ascendant master or a teacher or a guide, instead of being a slave into this reality and coming back into a meat suit. You know, that's the whole goal, is to consciously advance every time you come back here. You know, but some people think that we only live once. And I literally just made a video about that yesterday. You only live once, and people only say that because that's a way of escaping, or not escaping the reality that they're actually supposed to be seeing. And they rather do all the negatives and the bads in the world. Oh, YOLO. We only live once, it doesn't matter. Oh, well, let me check yourself, because you don't know what you're enduring into. You know what I'm saying? The more you tap in, the more you learn, the more you go. This video got a little deep. I wasn't even gonna make this video too long, and I can go deeper on this topic, because religion, man, is crazy. I'm not gonna say that it's all false. I believe that every religion has a piece of the truth of information that obviously the elites knew, that spread it around the world to divide us, because they knew if they were to put information in all one book like the Bible, obviously people would grasp the information and understand who we are. But obviously it's not that simple. And you got to get out that indoctrinated mindset, the fact that they will just lay a plotter out for us and say, okay, here guys, here's the knowledge, here's the truth about the world. We were wrong, we are sorry. They'll never do that, ever. 100 families is ruling over 8 billion people. The same, man.